So, bitteschön.
Hi, I'm Agathe Aurinafola from Germany, half Sri Lankan, and this specific video is made for people who want to know more about addiction and codependencies, especially codependencies. I would like to talk about it and go with you through certain levels and issues which people are facing. Why is it happening? What can you do to release it? Yeah, I think just a few words about it. And if you have any further questions or you need some further information, you can write to Jeet.tv or you can write to me on Arena. Yeah, and we are most welcome to help you, to serve you. I think codependency, that word is a very wide, broad word because you can find it anywhere. It's always connected to addiction. I want to talk about it and start with it in a family. For example, when a baby is born and you look at the baby and you can see the smile and you just smell the baby and you feel like all happy and cheerful and free of sorrows, and you feel everything is fine, everything is okay. And even the baby is born, the baby is fine, it feels happy, it feels nurtured, it feels loved. It's because of the heart opening. The heart is open and the baby is naturally born with a cosmic connection. You can call it God, you can call it universal energy, you can call it prana, you can call it chi. There are so many words. I call it love, I call it universal energy. I mean, I'm brought up in a Catholic way, my mom is Buddhist. I call it God, but I don't mean God in that way. So, yeah, so a baby has naturally a universal connection because of the heart opening. And it's like, for us, it's normal when we are born that we have like open chakras, we're all balanced, we're all in harmony. But then the older the baby gets, the more problems come. The baby starts having a conscious. Parents are starting to teach the baby certain belief patterns, like for example, oh, you can't touch this, this is dangerous, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then the baby gets like all scared and worried, and maybe the child, maybe it's not a baby anymore, the child is starting to walk or like taking, I don't know, taking a glass from the table, and then the parents like hit the child and say, no, you can't take this. And then the baby gets, or the child gets scared, or it knows like there's a no, you can't do anything, just like what you would like to do. And then, so there are certain barriers, there are limitations. And slowly the heart starts closing up. And then the natural universal connection starts shrinking and it starts disconnecting. So that's when our ego becomes very strong and our inner feeling, our inner gut starts shrinking and getting smaller. And it's very important for us to have a heart connection, because if we're in a heart connection, we are fully aligned with ourselves and we are full of energy. And when you see and when you look and watch children, you can see they have so much energy, they have so much power, they're like an energizer bunny. They run around the whole day, smiling, laughing, crying. They have so much energy. But then when our heart connection is closing, it's like we're losing energy, we're losing faith, we're losing being brave, we are losing our excitement. And then we learn and we are getting taught by our parents and our surrounding that we are depending on them. We are depending on their love. And that makes us an addict in a way. It's like we are addicted to our parents' love. But then there's this love, like there are different layers. For example, some people love their children, they will shout and yell at them and say, oh, you have to be strong in life. And then there are some parents that just nurture and love the child and support them to be brave, to be encouraged in life. And then there are some people, some parents, they hit their child because they're brought up in that way and they thought, okay, I need to hit my child to be strong, to learn a hard lesson in life. And because that's the way they are brought up. So in a way, it's like we have belief patterns, we have people around us, we have situations we are addicted to, and we always start connecting to those situations. We are meeting those people and we are receiving them, and we are receiving them into our lives. Now there is a physical addiction, codependency. There is an emotional and a spiritual one. Our physical addiction is, for example, drugs. It's like beer, LSD, different things, chemical drugs, cigarettes maybe, coffee. And if we don't get it, our body starts showing signs like maybe we start to sweat, we're getting nervous, we can't breathe properly. So that's a physical addiction to products. But then the question is, why do we have an addiction to cigarettes or alcohol or chemical drugs? Why is it? Why do we need to eat lots of chocolate, more than which we like to eat? Or why do we need to eat lots of food? Or why do we need to have lots of sex? There's so many different kind of addictions. Or maybe why do we need to be very controlling and clean the house all the time? And then there's an emotional addiction. That means like we're in a relationship and we can't live without that person. We get jealous as soon as there's another person coming or interfering into our private lives. Or maybe there's an emotional love or dependency to a friend or parents, and that means like we get jealous. We don't want to share that person with anyone. We think we can't live without them, but that's not the truth. The truth is that we can live without people, and we can go like as far as we like, maybe on the other side of the world, and we're still happy and we're still in balance, we're still attuned, because we have that heart opening. And then there's a spiritual codependencies. For example, people who don't want to step up for themselves, who don't want to, I forgot the English word, Autorität, Verantwortung. They don't want to step in their own authority, and they don't want to...
responsibility.
Yes, thank you, Jeet. They don't want to be responsible for themselves. Yes, so then people start following gurus. They don't want to be their own leader. They don't want to be in their own power. They want to just follow anyone. And whatever that person says or does or tells and gives rules, that's what we just do. But I don't think that's the right way. And I don't think that's what you want to do. You don't want to be the small little person who does everything another person tells you. You're not a slave. I mean, you're a universal being. You're a human being, and you have your own brain. You can use it, and you have your own wishes and dreams. And I think you should be free, and you should follow them if it makes you happy. And I think if you have codependencies and you have addiction issues, it's because you're seeking the truth. You know there's something more out there, and you're just scared, or maybe you're lazy, or maybe you're just feeling in a cradle. And it's very important to start feeling love within yourself. It's very important that you start opening your heart again. And your heart has lots of wounds and marks and scars, and it's important for you to heal them. And the more you heal yourself, and the more you get in touch with yourself and your emotions, the more you get back to your own power, to the alignment with the universal energy. You will have and feel more happiness, you feel more bliss, you feel more, you have that inner wisdom that you know what you have to do, and you don't need anyone to tell you what you do, what you should do, not your parents, not your friends, not any guru, because you know in your heart what's right for you and what's wrong for you. And for example, an issue is within a family. If your parents or your, doesn't matter, family, like brother, sister, aunt, uncle, you keep having fights and you keep having sorrows and issues, that's like a situation where your heart starts closing. And the question is, why do people fight? Because one has more energy than the other, and because both hearts are closed, they need energy. We need energy to live. And since we don't have that universal alignment anymore, it's like we start attacking other people. We start trying to take control over them and to try to control, to take energy from them. And I want to get into a bigger picture, like from the small family, and then you go to big companies, and there's mobbing, and there's this, you have fights between colleagues, and you have an boss and chef who's like always trying to put you down, and he will give you the money, but maybe you're like really unhappy because you have to serve him. You're like his private slave. But then, if you can imagine, and I know I've seen it and it's possible, there are communities, there are teams within a company, they work together, they exchange gifts, but they're all aligned within themselves. They don't need anyone, they can be with themselves, and that's freedom. If you can be with yourself and it makes you happy, it makes you richer, to be with your family, to be with friends, that's when you don't get stuck in a codependency. And you don't feel that hurt anymore if that person leaves, or if you don't follow anyone, because it's like you're strong and you know what's right and wrong for you. And yeah, that's like a family dynamic I wanted to talk about. I have read that book, Celestine, the Ninth Prophecy of James Redfield. Did I say that right? It's called Celestine, and it's written by James Redfield. And I really loved that book. I was reading it when I was maybe 12, 13. And it really, it changed my life, because I became very conscious of dynamics, of energies, why people are taking energy from us, while they drain us. Like, for example, if you talk to a friend, or maybe just any random person, and that person talks, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, I want to go and sleep now, I'm so drained. That's a way of taking energy from you, because they just talk, and that's when they plug their, I would like kind of a cord on you, and then they just take energy out from you. But when you realize it and you know what's going on, you can disconnect that cord or that pipeline from you. Sorry, my English is today not that great, because I'm like living in Germany, and then sometimes I speak German and then English, and then okay. So there are different ways. It's most important for us to realize what's going on, and when we realize and when we are aware of it, what's going on, we can change it. And if you need any information, you can always contact me, and I will be gladly guiding you, and I will do a healing session or whatever it is. And it's we have patterns in us, for example, like we are not worthy of being happy or being in our full power. Then it's a belief pattern. But we have those belief patterns also in our families or in our ancestors' lineage, as well as mobbing. If you have mobbing issue, that maybe it's like you don't feel worthy, you don't feel you're not in your full power, in your energy, that people just feel like they can attack you because they don't see you in your full potential. They see you like small. So all those things could be a reason, could be a something you maybe watched yourself or your surrounding. And yeah, that's a family dynamic. And yeah, as I said, if you have any questions, let me know. I just would like to introduce to you Jeet. Just say hi. He invented the, sagst du mir bitte das auf Deutsch, den Namen?
The Academy?
Yeah, he invented Academy
of Intuitive Scientists.
Yes. Yes. Hey, your English is good. he said his English is not that well, but I think he speaks well English. Yeah. So maybe you want to introduce yourself a little?
Okay. Yeah, my experience about addiction is it's something to do with intuition. Sometimes you will miss something, and if you understand what you are missing, you can give it. Is for me a great possibility to learn to appreciate the codependency or dependency, because it's easy for me to give information what you need. Also, if you get what you need, if you go for what you need, then you will balance your dependency. This is my work with the Academy Intuitive Scientist, and I enjoy a lot to meet people like you who are ready to give, who are ready to develop, who are ready to be an intelligence intuitive scientist. The intelligence is now, to give now the information who are needed for now, for living, to have the responsibility to give or to say or to do what you feel now. This responsibility is the ability to do it, to get now this intuitive information.
Thank you. Yeah, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm able to see things, I'm able to read energies and to transform it into pictures. I get informations, I can smell and taste and feel and hear energies. And for us it's very important, for Jeet and me, and even there are so many more people out there. We want to work internationally. We want to build a bridge between Germany and other countries, because I feel English speaking countries have a lot of knowledge and Germany has lots of knowledge, but in both countries there are some information lacking. And I think since we are all like working and living internationally, like Jeet, for example, he's born and brought up in Italy, but he lives in Germany now. I'm half Sri Lankan, living in Germany, was living in Asia and India and in Sri Lanka, and I met lots of English speaking people. And I think it's very important to exchange information so that we start being independent, not codependent on anyone on this planet, and then so that we are in our own heart feeling emotions, so that we know our inner truth and we know where we have to go, what we have to do next. So I just reach out to you, and we all reach out to you to reach us if you need any guidance or help, or maybe if you have any information, just let us know, and Jeet is gladly to help you and serve you.
Yes.
I do wish you a very great day, night, morning, whenever you watch this.
Okay, thank you, Aurena Agatefola. Thank you, and next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Ciao.